YouTube, welcome back. This is Jessica. I am a tired mom with a low battery. We have been looking over some of my son's gaming devices, and I hope you find some of this information helpful. I know when I'm looking up information on things like this, sometimes they don't include important real life elements like how much you're gonna have to supervise and just things you should know from a parenting perspective. So I hope you find some of this information helpful. If you do, if you want to check out some other devices, I've done an earlier video on the iPad as well as the Switch 1, and I will be doing a couple of other more PC devices soon, as well as taking a look at my own Switch 2. Thanks for watching. Next, let's talk about the Meta. I think this is a Meta 2, but all right, next let's talk about the Meta headset. So a Meta headset is going to run you around $300 to $500, depending if you get, I think there's a 2 and a 3 out now. We got this when my 9-year-old was around 6 years old. The parent controls I haven't used a lot of, to be honest, because I have a headset as well, and I did not want to repurchase. So when you purchase the games on the Meta, you're only purchasing it digitally. And it was giving me a lot of lip about sharing the games with my son on his account. And I really only use my headset to do like one workout app. So I just let him sign in on my account. And we'll get further into parent controls because you definitely need parent controls on these. And we'll get more into the details on that why. Anywho. So let's go into some of the pros. So one of the pros of these headsets is it gets them off their little booties and moving. So my 9-year-old was having some lack of physical activity due to some of his medical treatments and just having to not be around kids as much. So this was something that I bought to work out, and then he also of course wanted one too. So I got him one as well to also work out. However, so one of the pros of this as well would be there are lots of free games on here that tends to be what he spends the most time playing in. This is the Metaverse, or what was the other one? Or the one that you have a fake job. I think I did pay for that one, but those two are the ones he spends the most time on here. So some of the games are solitary on this, but most of them that he likes, at least, they are around other actual children that are all wearing this headset anywhere in the world, and they can just all hear anything that's going on that your kid may be saying or you in the background may be saying. So I would be very aware of that. And but one of the pros is my 9-year-old did have some difficulties making friends, being on the spectrum and things like this. So before he felt comfortable making friends at school and stuff, this was really kind of a stepping stone for him to talk to kids online. And you can block people, so I would recommend that if your child is engaging with other kids online, to be in the same room while they're doing it. And I would have the app open on my phone, and if anyone was speaking to him either in a bullying manner, because think of it like a huge playground, okay? And there are kids just all over the internet on this random playground. It's mostly kids that are pretty young. However, you may also find some random adult weirdos in there too. So that's why you definitely, in my opinion, need to be monitoring while they're using the Metaverse specifically. I do think, actually, come to think of it, the Metaverse itself, I think had to have a 13-plus-year-old account. However, as I mentioned, he logs in on my account, so I'm sure that's partly my bad. But I don't hear, most all the kids that I hear when he's on there don't sound 13 to me. They sound extremely young. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's just kind of our experience with this device. Also, some of the other cons to be aware of, there's not that many games to buy for the Meta headset, so it's more kind of a novelty. The other thing is when they put this on, they're really going to be quite isolated from any family interactions or social interactions you may want them to have in the real world. So, but they also need to be in the same room so you can hear what's going on. So that's not always like the most optimal to monitor. I would keep their sessions on this on the shorter side because of that. I don't want them having unmonitored access to the Meta headset. So all that considering, I'm going to give this a rating of it's okay for my kids. All right, as a reminder again, last night I reviewed each of my son's devices and kind of gave my input as a parent, and I rated each of them on 3 tiers. So we have thumbs up, which means yeah, we get our money's worth. Thumbs sideways, which means it's just okay, and thumbs down as can I get a refund. So the next device that's up that we're going to get my son's rating on is the Meta headset. All right, so give me your rating for this device. Thumbs up. So what is your favorite thing about the Meta headset?
Well, it makes it like very real.
Oh, it makes it very real.
It's quite cool, and you can play a lot of high-tech games.
All right, and what is something it could do better?
Well, maybe make everything not cost every money.
Yeah, you want it all to be free? Hey, so do I. Great life advice. All right, tune in next time. We are going to be looking at the ROG Ally. Thanks, guys.